Good morning, everybody! Welcome back to Ghostlight RPGs presents Zoa Stardust. Happy Father's Day out there to any fathers, or anybody who even thinks they're a father. That's a new one.
Very
Anyone who doesn't
inclusive.
know they're a father, maybe. I don't know.
Happy day.
Maybe go find out.
Justin, this is going badly.
Let's climb back up out of this hole and start over. My name is Justin. I am your game moderator for today and all the other days. My pronouns are he, him. And because it's Father's Day, we're going to do a bit of a quicker, a shortened episode, I should say, just to get everybody out into their weekend activities. So let's jump right in and go around and everybody introduce yourselves. Why don't we start with Darrington?
Hi, my name is Darrington. I use he, him pronouns, and I am playing Tennison Vitell in Zoa, also he, him. Are we sharing facts? Tiny facts? Quick facts?
Yes, we are.
Quick fact about Tennyson's harness, the Tukanai. A couple of things that it can do that haven't been introduced in the story yet, but probably will super soon. The only two things it can do right now, in addition to helping him tinker, it has a mecha flight function where small pieces of metal come out and support Tennyson's wings so he can fly further and faster. And there's a small damage absorption component to it where he doesn't get hit quite as hard if the Tukanai takes the hit for him. So hopefully we don't get in too many life or death fights where we use that, but it's there just in case.
Amazing.
Can I pass it over to Brad?
Oh.
Yay! Good morning, everyone. I'm Brad. I play Chomper, he, him, and also Flip, he, him. My fun fact of today is I got this wonderful little Griff from Dungeons and Dragons, but he looks exactly like Chomper's family. And so he's just cute and scary and can eat you, but doesn't want to, but could if he needed to. And I will pass this on to Annie.
Good morning. I can't follow that. That's adorable. My name is Annie. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Kira Swiftfoot, also she, her. And I don't know if I've spoken about this before, I probably have, but my fun fact today is to talk a little bit about Max Thorntail, who we all met in the very first episode and whose sister is the captive right now on the ship. Last time we saw her, and Kira's freaking out, trying to figure out how to save her. But the reason I wanted to bring up Max is because Kira has had the biggest crush on Max Thorntail since the moment she met him, and he was actually one of her first friends that she met when she was in training at Ursa. He was just kind to her and genuine and taught her how to control her breathing and taught her how to run quicker, and he's just been so sweet. He's like the guy on the football team who everybody likes, and he's super nice and doesn't realize he's super cool. That's the person who Kira thinks is the best person ever. But anyway, I'm going to pass this on to Rebecca.
Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca, she, her, and I'm playing Milo Reynard, who is he, him. My fun fact for Milo is that his friendship with Skipper goes really far back. They actually became friends when they went to Ursa Minor Space Camp. And that's where they became friends and had fun and everything. And Skipper actually taught Milo how to swim. So it was a process, but it worked. And that's my fun fact, and I'm going to pass it on to Emma.
Thank you. I am Emma. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Skipper Ottington. Pronouns she, they. I had forgotten about that, Rebecca. Thank you for reminding me. Do you remember if Milo taught Skipper anything in return?
No, just kept her out of as much trouble as he could.
I'm pretty sure that was it.
The voice of reason, yes. Her conscience, sure.
Yes. My fun fact today is about otters, and because it's Father's Day, I thought I would share this fact. Fathers do not play a role in parenting for river otters. Females will go to their underground den to deliver anywhere from 1 to 6 youngs, and in about 2 months, they're pushed into the water and made to swim. So,
Wow.
Happy Father's Day!
It makes so much sense too. I mean, about your Skipper's dad is so invested in the business and not so much in the family.
That makes so much sense.
Skippers are way closer to their mom.
Happy
I didn't
accident.
realize otters could have so many babies.
And I'll
Yeah.
pass it back to Justin.
Whoosh. Thank you. I love all those facts. Oh my gosh, that Griff is insane,
so
and I
good.
can't believe you found
Very
it.
good.
And low key, somehow Rebecca knew when designing Chomper to give him the red highlights, which again, the accents, which matches the Griff. How did that happen?
I know. I saw it and I was like, where did you get a custom made character? Like,
I made that.
That's awesome. A few content warnings here. Zoa Stardust is a PG-13 adventure. We do utilize safety tools, lines and veils, these color cards, just to make sure that we're all comfortable and respectful of each other's boundaries. We recommend you do the same in your weekly games and whatnot. A few content warnings beyond that. We will have some language, violence, drugs, maybe adult situations. Still haven't seen any yet, but we could get there. But nothing graphic, so PG-13. I'm going to skip this week's Get to Know a Zoa, just because it's a big one. We were going to do Koralsh, and I don't want to take the time. We're doing a shortened episode this week, so we'll just do Koralsh next week, and we'll call it good. So no Get to Know a Zoa this week, but that's okay. I think I'm the only one who really enjoys those anyway.
oh, no.
That's not true. I know.
There has to be somebody.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, Bradley.
That's good. I love it. But
Deanna like
if there's no further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this week's episode of Zoa Stardust. So, once again, we will do a I've never seen this segment on our previously on Zoa. I had the cast write this out, so let's see what they came up with. Previously on Zoa Stardust. Our intrepid heroes currently sit in the jaws of danger as they negotiate with the dread pirate Greyback for supplies, safety, and the hostage, Shay Thorntail. Treaties were made, pigeons were slapped, and rats were cursed. That's right. With all the chips on the table, can our adventurers keep their peace treaty and save the hostage without a fight? Let's find out. When we last left off, Milo, Chomper, and Kira, you were all in the command center, if you will. Just for mind of the audience here, we have our big outpost, our big tower. This is Outpost Alpha. It's basically a lighthouse. With a dock around it. You three are up at the top of that lighthouse, in what is like the command center, along with, let me pull up my notes, along with Captain Greyback, who has Shay Thorntail as captive, and you also have One-Eyed Jack, the pigeon, up there, who got slapped. And Gorge, the little rat, is also up there hiding from ghosts. Meanwhile, Tennison and Skipper, after a lot of action for the both of you down below, you both have made your way over to the unmarked, assumedly pirate ship. To see what you can find on board. Dresden has made her way to the Old Dog, which is Shay's ship, and then you also have Hector and Ambassador Ebley on your ship, the Buckley Sting, hiding with the they have the relic, I believe. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, And before I go any further, I forgot to mention a couple things in the chat. Sumkey is chatting it up over here. What's up, Sumkey? Good morning. We did have a plot point for Skipper. This otter be helpful for Skipper. This otter be helpful. He also gave us 2 new characters that I did write down during the break there. Henry Livingston, a seagull that believes almost anything you tell him, or almost everything you tell him. And Hank Pendleton, the Pizzly Bear. I don't know what a Pizzly Bear is. I'm going to look it up later. Rebecca
knows.
Rebecca, tell me in 10 seconds.
Half polar bear, half grizzly. They've been showing up in the wild.
That's
warming.
funny. That's kind of what I was hoping it was, except in my mind it was half panda bear, half grizzly bear. So it was even more
The polar bears
You know
are trying
those bears don't want to fuck.
That's true,
And
though.
there's our one.
I think you're right, though, Emma. The polar bears...
Polar bears are trying to adapt.
Yeah, they have to
and not
stay...
die. Because they know
around.
that humans
They
are
actually-
stupid and aren't
they
going to do
look
anything
cool.
about it.
They look cool.
Okay, so speaking
cool.
of bears, I don't know. Let's go to Skipper and Tennison. The two of you... Are you looking at Pizzly Bears now, Emma?
Yeah.
The two of you arrive on the ship, or rather, you're at the the gangway of the ship. What do you want to do? Do you enter, and if so, how do you want to enter? Are you trying to be super stealthy, or just kind of get on and get off? What do you want?
Well, I know Skipper is holding one of the rats, and I think it might have been Gorge, because they took one of the rats hostage. So they currently have a rat in a net that they're holding.
Yeah.
Bit. I
It
took
was
a bit.
Bit.
Took a bit.
Mhm.
Took a bit of rat.
And he's. I think you bound his mouth a little bit because
I think you did.
Yeah, he's like.
I brought him in case we need someone to tell us where the supplies are, if we
Yes,
can't find them on our own.
I suppose that makes sense. Do you think you'll be okay if I fly up and see if I can find anything just right on the top of the deck?
Oh, go for it. Yes.
Is that
Well,
something I should roll for?
No, you can see pretty easily.
What do we got? We're looking for not soul. We have plenty of that. We need
Dust.
dust.
Is it dust?
Sure.
Yeah.
And I will remind you all, just because it's been 2 weeks, in the outpost itself, you do remember that Boris and Stiletto, the hog and the shoebill, were guarding on the first level a room full of what looked to be dust cells and all of that. That's what they were guarding. And then on the second floor was kind of that, like, all full of cots, and then Skipper found the dead bodies in there, and then the top floor, right? So just so you know, you did see dust back there. But as you kind of look around, Tennison, you on the deck, there doesn't seem to be anything super interesting. It seems like a pretty basic ship. It's older. It's an older ship, and you do see that there have been like modifications made to it. I'll say Tennison knows Arcana Tech well enough to know that there are a wide range of different like parts and pieces, as if they've maybe taken from different ships over a good amount of time. Yeah. So good morning, Kate. So yeah, that's kind of what you gather. You'd reckon it also would make sense. Anything of value would definitely be below deck. So
Right. But I don't see any other people or anything.
No other people on the deck. No.
Okay. Tennison will go fly back down and report to Skipper. I don't see anybody. There could, of course, be somebody in the ship, but it looks like we might be at least safe to get on. But should we echo anyone else to see how they're doing?
Well, we could do that. And we did establish last time that we could target an echo, right?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't want to
Yes.
blow their
Yeah.
cover if they're hiding or something.
I had the exact same fear, but we don't really have a plan or a place to meet back up if we don't have contact for a while, do we? Unless we just
True.
hope they come back to the ship.
True. Maybe we should echo them. I'm gonna echo Milo because he's our captain. I'm gonna say, uh, uh, paging Captain Milo, just checking in to make sure everything's going all right in there.
Great. So we'll cut up to the top floor there. So what just has happened, of course, Kira swatted One-Eyed Jack across the floor as he was laughing at her. She made somewhat of an impressive impression upon the Captain Greyback, who seems to have a large vendetta against his captive, Shay. You have had a temporary or a tenuous truce with Captain Greyback, but it seems to be paper thin and could possibly break at any moment. As this communication comes through from Skipper Milo, I should kind of say here, when these when they come through the echo, they're not super loud, but you do hear, like, everybody can kind of hear, because it's so quiet in this room, this kind of like a little bit of like a just like a little whisper, and it's I mean, Milo, to you it's loud because it's connected to you, but anyway, Captain and One-Eyed Jack both turn, and we'll say Gorge too for the sake of comedy. All three of them turn towards you, Milo, and look at you.
This is Captain Milo. Everything's fine up here. Just stay down on the ship.
No.
Aye, Captain.
Tell him to come on up. Milo, right after you say stay on the ship, Captain Greyback says, "No, I don't think they're gonna do that. Why don't we have them come on up here?"
Yeah, Milo, have them come up. We're all friends here.
All right. I just kind of assumed we had finished business, and I mean, if you want to have a tea party, that's fine. This is Captain Milo. Belay that previous order. Come on up.
And then he turns to Jack and he says, he just says, "Go let Boris and Stiletto know to expect him." And Jack flies out of the room down the stairwell.
I have a question, Justin.
Yeah.
Is there anything that's like, instead of talking, is there any kind of like Morse code that's more discreet that you could like send a little to them at all? Or no, that's fine if not.
A good question. I like the idea of it. Let's see. I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
But I'm going to say it's based off of everyone's it's going to be based off of how well they remember what the code is.
Yeah.
So I think we'll just do it based off of like intellect.
Yeah.
So if your intellect is a D8 or higher, then you know the code. Anything lower than that, you don't remember what it was.
Oh,
because Kira would probably give them some kind of signal of like, be careful, and like, obviously we don't trust, just something of like SOS, like be careful, that kind of thing. Yeah. So like, we're calling you up here. Not really. Be careful. Like, we're playing it cool, and then she'll send the message of like, be careful, kind of in her echo.
Okay.
Does Skipper or Tennison know that?
Oh no, I got you. Tennison has the code memorized.
Okay, cool.
Tennison, I think that means that they want us to keep doing what we're doing. I'm gonna just go find some dust, right? That just means they want us to keep doing what we're doing, right?
I think so, or at least be ready to leave as soon as on a moment's notice. So let's just be prepared to get out of here.
But wait, are we going up? Are we going up to the room, or are we staying down here? I have a D6 for my intelligence. The skipper really doesn't know what the code means at all. just like, I think that's what that means, yeah.
I think it might be dangerous for us not to show up at all, but it probably means that we should have a plan in case things go wrong quick.
Okay. We take their ship. No, we already have a ship. We set it on fire. That's a distraction.
Good brainstorming. Keep thinking while we walk.
As you are talking about this kind of on the deck of quietly on the deck
Oh,
of the
I should have mentioned also that I
ship.
did knock out 2 of the guards. I don't remember if I told you that.
You knocked them out. Where are they?
They're back there at the lighthouse. I left them there.
We're going
I
to
don't
run
know, I
into
put them
them
in a-
on our way back up?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see. What's you both have a D8. Okay. Both of you kind of hear some sort of speaking down below deck here. Can't quite make out who or what, but there's definitely a voice speaking.
Ooh.
Oh.
Should we check it out? We should check it out, right? We should sneak down and check it out.
Yeah, let's at least take a peek, but let's let them know that we're on our way, so maybe they could use the stalling.
Okay. Roger that, Captain Milo. We are on our way.
Let's go see what this is about.
Okay, so you go deeper below decks there. Milo, Chomper, Kira. Jack has just left the room. This response comes through. We're on our way. Captain Greyback has a hand on the chair that Shay is in, and starts kind of dragging her by kind of tipping the chair back and then pulling her across the room toward another little chamber off on the side that is you get the sense he's gonna take her in there, basically. And he
Can I have a word with you? Just us big mates.
Oh, that captain. Oh, okay. Sorry.
he
Sorry,
kind of
Milo.
sets her down and just turns to you and waits.
I understand that she has taken someone very important to you. If I lost my friend, I would be just as crushed, if not more so, than you are. Flip has something he would like to say, but I have to translate for him. Flip. All right. We propose a trade. Flip has something that you might want. He keeps it in his little cabin on my shoulder. If this is something that you want, could we possibly trade one life for another?
You get the sense that he's both very curious and interested in what you're talking about, and also a little defensive, kind of ready for any kind of surprise. But he once again waits in silence.
All right. Thank you. Flip, go in very carefully and get the prize. All right. This is what I have to offer. This is what we have to offer. This is an egg from his clutch. He and his missus had these before Zoa went away, and he hates and abhors violence, and we just offer this one life for another because he knows that you would take care of this as precious as it is. No tricks, just a trade.
Let me ask you a few things here, Bradley. So, first of all, is this true?
Oxpeckers, both male and female, take care of the families, build nests, feed the young, and take care of clutches. Now, if an oxpecker is missing their other mate, They have to do all of their duties, but raise them just as much as they would normally. And each oxpecker that is born takes care of the same animal as their parents, unless there's another animal closer by once they are grown, and then it's a family thing.
Wow.
Happy Father's Day.
Damn!
Wow.
Happy
Father's Day, everybody.
Happy
So
Father's
cool.
Day.
Wow. That's impressive. Very,
That's
very
awesome.
well done.
God damn!
He's giving away his baby.
I
know.
do
Yeah,
need
as
to
a
make
baby.
a roll. I do need to make a roll for this, but I will give you. I mean, I'll just give you a plot point for that. I suppose that's fantastic.
Is this
Hell
baby gonna
yeah.
come back someday to find Flip and be like,
Flip's
I've
gonna
been a
have...
pirate my whole life because my father abandoned me?
Yes! Oh my god, it's gonna be so epic!
But it'll be like flip, 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 flip.
Flip, 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 flip.
Flip, 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 flip.
Great character story.
Yes.
Tragic
Do I
background.
smell a
There we go.
sequel?
I do.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, so I got a 13,
Mm-hmm.
but I got a 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Here's what happens. You gather that Captain Greyback is shocked and taken back by this offer. You sense that he would love to have a new companion, and he desperately does want that. However, he says, I never thought I'd have the opportunity to gather a new mate, a new companion. And he's very emotional at the moment. He says, "You've given me a gift. However, what Helic meant to me cannot be simply forgotten. Now, I'd be happy to make a trade with you. But first, I'm gonna take care of this." And then he turns and he drags her farther into the room. He just kind of like effortlessly kind of chucks her in. The chair kind of flips over and she's kind of on the side. And then he turns back and he says, Gorge. And then he stops and he looks. Where the hell is... And he looks to you, Milo. Where are they?
Who? Where? Who? I'm sorry.
Walks closer. Looks at all of you. He says... he looks over to Gorge and he says, "Where's Bit?" "Oh, yeah, I don't know, boss. It could be anywhere. Could be down there with the ghosts, if you think about it." "Go find him!" And he skitters down the stairs. Now it's just Captain Greyback in the room with you. Mm-hmm.
Look, I don't know where my crew is. I honestly do not. I told them to come up. I don't know what's happened to them past that point. What exactly are you going to do with her to take care of this? Exactly. What does that mean to you?
What do you think it means?
So I am a small mind here. So you're planning on killing her, is your... Eventually. Okay. So I want to make an additional counter offer to, additional offer to what my companion over here has offered you. And that is, Chomper, you would say that Flip is very important to you. He helps you a lot throughout the day. You wouldn't be able to, without him, you are very limited, would you say?
Correct, Captain. Correct.
So he's like your right-hand man.
Correct.
All right. And so I make the suggestion, you do not kill Captain Thorntail. Take her right hand. A life for a life. You get what you want to kill her. Killing is simply vengeance. What a captain would seek is justice. She took your right hand, you take hers. And so from now on, anytime she sees that stump of a hand, she's going to remember the great Captain Greyback and how he had the mercy, but the wisdom to let her live and remember the mistakes she made so she can remind anyone else who tries to cross you.
Make a roll.
Oh God, Jesus
That's
Christ.
good though.
Can I-
Jesus Christ on a cracker. I'm
That's
sorry.
Well-
pretty good though.
while this
So
is
good.
happening,
Yeah,
can
yeah.
I was gonna say, can I read how he's taking this in?
Sure.
Because if he's not taking this well,
Mhm.
can I try to get closer to Shay
Mhm.
without like
You-
him?
Yeah, Kira, you can read people pretty easily, and as Milo's making this effort, I mean, if Chomper offering a new companion didn't do the trick,
This is gonna
this
be
man
tough.
wants
It's tight.
her life and her blood and her pain.
Yeah.
And you know what he did to the rest of the crew. I mean, like, he's not gonna let her walk away with a
Okay.
stump hand,
Then
unless
I'm gonna-
Milo rolls insanely well.
I am
It's a
great.
very high-
I am
Milo,
trying to build it.
Milo.
I was also wondering, could I is this correct? Can I challenge something for mine?
Yeah, what are you
What-
choosing to
but-
challenge?
Would it be my one good apple thing?
Aw.
What is that? What description? What trait statement
This-
are you challenging?
The trait statement is, I am not my parents, I am a good person.
Oh.
Yes, you can challenge that for
Ooh.
sure.
Do it, girl.
So
Okay, and so, what do I
yeah,
do?
this act seems to be a challenge of that. I like it. So triple that die for this roll, and then step it down one for the rest of the session. This is our first trait statement challenge, everybody.
Yay!
Yes.
This is
Milo.
how, as players,
hands are
they get
shaking.
to grow in throughout the campaign, though. So
So
And is
while
and I'm using a plot point for,
okay,
do it.
I think.
Yeah.
My
Then
hands
can
are
I be
shaking. I'm so
sneaky?
scared.
what'd you say,
Can
Kira?
I be sneaking as close as I can in there? Could I possibly stealth pass to get up next to her?
Yeah, it's just him in the room. He has his back to you. I will say, make me a roll, Kira.
Okay.
See how sneaky you can get over to her. But it'll be a slightly lower, DC, just because he is distracted by Milo at the moment. So Milo, what did you get?
Okay, so in total it was a 25. I did roll a 1. But I'm going to do my it's going to be an 18 with a D8 effect. Although I don't really need to say that, do I?
18
it's not
with the
combat.
D8 effect. Yeah, the effect could help.
Okay.
You don't know.
Oh, okay.
Okay, 18. Nice job.
Yeah.
I know,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
I'm
Very good.
sweating so much right now, guys.
Holy crap.
I'm not good at
So
BS
good. So
at
good. So
living.
good. So good.
You have a 1 though. Okay. He says, he kind of looks at you, Milo. He says, What does her life even mean to you? Why do you care? You're all so desperate to save her. You don't know who she is. You don't know what she's done.
I don't know who she is, and I don't know what she's done. To be honest, she means nothing to me. But to my peacekeepers, she seems important, and I trust my crew. So if she needs her alive, it must be important to finding Zoa. So I'm going to trust her.
All right, here's how this is gonna go. I'm gonna
That's
give
my moment
you.
there.
Yeah, Kira, what'd you get?
Kira, don't you fucking dare.
So I'm gonna use an extra plot point to add an extra die. Okay, so I need to just add an extra. Ooh, gosh. Okay, let's roll. Come on. Oh. Help. Okay, 2 1s. Good. I'm gonna add the 6s together and make a 12, and then D8 is my effect die.
Okay.
So.
Great. So so you do sneak over there, stealthily enough, and you can take out a blade and quickly free Shay.
I'm gonna.
You free her. She kind of tumbles out of the chair quietly, looks at you, and you're fully armed, right?
Yeah.
You have all your stuff on you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Milo, he says to you, he's talking to you. He says, here's how this is gonna go. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna make her feel pain, but I'll keep her alive for you. And in exchange for her life, looking at you, Chomper, you're gonna give me that egg. And then you're all gonna get the hell out of here. And if I ever see you... And as he says that, he's interrupted by a call coming up the stairs. Captain! Captain! Attacks! There've been attacks! And he turns quickly, and in that moment, Shay...
Holding my gun.
Well, you can't even hold it because Shay snatched it from you.
Oh, good. Get it, girl.
And turns and quickly shoots him with the dust shot, blasting him in the shoulder. He kind of tucks over and falls over the railing down into the stairwell off the side.
Get off the roof.
Get off the
Before, yeah. Now, pause us there because Skipper and Tennison, going back to the two of you, Tennison,
Yes,
you
girl.
Let's see. Sorry, you hear this voice down below. What did you decide to do? I forget.
I think Tennison and Skipper are both gonna go check it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You go below sneakily. You find a few things. As you go below deck, there's a couple different rooms. It looks pretty similar. See you later, Sumkey. It looks pretty similar to a mod or to like a regular sparrow that one might find. However, this one does have weird modifications, and it is overall just an older model. Like, there's no water features in this one, and so because of that where that lounge area was instead is full of like storage and stuff. But in looking around here, you find a few things. There is some sort of like a little tinker station. Where you find some helpful little things. You also find here some sort of a modified dust shot that, looking at it and kind of analyzing it just for a few seconds, Tennison, you can already gather it's modified in a way that shoots 3 bolts at once. So this, just so you all are aware, if you choose to like grab this or anything, this would be considered like a signature asset if somebody wanted to take it as your second signature asset. It would do more damage than a regular weapon. kind of while you poke in there, Skipper, you go kind of poking around across the hall into another small room that clearly doesn't have anybody inside of it. There are a few books and like letters and things like that. You glance over some of them. They look to be letters written from, names you don't recognize, people you don't recognize. If you want to take the time to read some of these, you can. I will say one thing that does catch your eye is there is a tube, like a leather kind of tube, that is kind of jammed into like a library type shelf over on the side, and kind of marked on it are the words forbidden.
I go for that for sure.
Oh
I
yeah.
figured you might.
She literally just like throws the papers away over her shoulder. Her eyes get really big.
Justin knows.
So you go to grab that, and as you grab the tube, the you both of you hear the voice coming from down the hall. You can open this tube and look at it now if you want to, Skipper, or you can hold on to it for later. But you do hear a voice down the hall. Well, that's what I said. I need... If you could just let me out for a little, let me spread my wings a bit, that would really be quite... shut up! You hear two voices back and forth, really. And they seem to be coming from the galley.
Skipper's gonna look at Tennison like...
Cool.
Is Tennison taking that dust shot?
Yeah, Tennison
Okay,
definitely
good.
bags that dust shot.
Good.
All right.
And also, really quickly, I wanted to see if there was anything else Tennison found around, like Tinker or tech-wise, that he could like quickly make some sort of. He wants to make some sort of almost like flash bomb or just some
Ooh.
sort of quick distraction in case we
Sure.
need something later. If he could throw it
Make
together
me
real quick.
some sort of like a tinker roll here. There are
Absolutely.
plenty of supplies in this little room for you to quickly make something, depending on what you get.
I have a special effect with my Tree Tech Branch Director distinction called In the Zone, where I
Mhm.
can spend a plot point to step up an asset I create upon its creation.
Okay,
Would live to do
that's
that.
it. That's good.
Intellect is in. Arcana Tech is in. This
And
should
so-
go pretty well.
For the record, depending on how you roll here, whatever you choose as your effect die will
Mhm.
translate to the asset itself.
Okay.
And then you'll step that up because of your special ability there.
All right.
Nice.
How about a 15 with a D10 effect?
Holy shnikes. So
Whoa.
that's,
Yes.
that's already stepped up, or...
No, I have not stepped it up yet.
Okay, so you have... Yes, that works. You're like you're back home all of a sudden in this little room with nobody else here. It's quiet, and you just quickly start throwing. You use your Tukanai to quickly just, start Rubik's cubing something together. And you quickly make, with a 15, we'll say, you make 3 flashbangs that are a D12 asset for you.
Fierce.
That's crazy. Good job. Yeah, you have those.
Okay.
You two head down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying is that if I could have just a little bit of air, just see just a little bit of sunlight or something. Are we even near a sun? I honestly, where have we docked? You see, as you kind of enter the area of the room, it's the galley, so it's kind of a kitchen-esque, place. There is a caged bird on one side. You recognize it to be a mallard, a duck of sorts, wearing a gentleman's suit, and over across the way, sitting at a table and doing something with their hands on the table. You can't tell. You see the back of a hyena wearing pirate garb.
It's bigger than both of us.
Yep.
What do you want to do?
Skipper looks at Tennison like, are we
God, how did I let myself get down here? Should we at least try talking through this, or are we just gonna...
I believe in just going for it. You only live once.
Okay. Okay.
I'll get the bird. You get the hyena.
Thanks, Skipper. Okay. Tennison is going to, on wings, fly up, go around to get as close to the hyena as possible, and then drop one of the flashbang grenades.
Okay. Cool. You do so. You have this asset. Actually, I should make you roll for it, I suppose.
Yeah.
So, but he's definitely surprised. So that'll factor into what total you need to get here. But you do get your D12 asset, which is a flashbang. So add a D12 into your roll there, and hope it's a good one.
And hope.
Skipper, what are you heading over to do?
So Skipper is going to try to go over to the cage to let the mallard out.
Okay.
And I would like to use my special effect, smell no evil, hear no evil, to like not be affected by like the smoke from the flashbang.
Okay. Yeah.
So I can pay a plot point for that.
Yeah. You pay a plot point, and you, especially because you're prepared, close off your ears and your nostrils to the effects, and you can also close your eyes just because you know what's gonna happen.
Okay. I got 1-1, but I have 4 die total, so I am going to take the 5 and the 6 for an 11 with an effect of a D6, if that means anything.
Okay. All right. And then what about Darrington? What'd you get?
I did catch a 1, but I am looking at a 13 with a D12 effect.
Ooh. Okay. Great. We're gonna call this a bit of combat here. So Tennison, I'm gonna ask you to go ahead and roll your D12.
Yeah.
To see how much damage you cause this hyena.
7.
Damn, good job. Okay, so Tennison, you quickly soar over, bombs away, bright flash. Skipper, you you accounted for the smoke and for everything, but as you go to close your eyes, you weren't timing it perfectly. So the complication I'm gonna give you is actually I'm gonna roll the d6 here. It's a d8 is your one, and this you're just gonna take a little damage here, just 4 points of damage as you the flashes, and you kind of quickly and you trip over something as you try to go to the cage, kind of smacking your head on the side of a table, but you get to the cage and you do unlock it for the mallard. Tennison, the hyena, what the and then swats at you. You were also going to take a d8 of damage here. 4 points again. 4 points on Tennison as the hyena just bats you away. You stop yourself from hitting the wall, but that hurt pretty bad. The mallard is free. The hyena is just kind of wildly going, swatting away.
I'm gonna say to the mallard, "We helped you get free. Now you have to help us."
I would say that's quite right. Let's get out of here.
How big is the cage? Is it like a duck-sized cage?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no way we could get the hyena in the cage. Okay.
No. You could really shove him, but he probably wouldn't. Like, just running in, he wouldn't fit.
All right. Are we? Then does it look like we're running?
Yeah, you run,
Yeah, you
run
do
now. That's my
start
plan.
rushing out. The mallard's kind of walking triumphantly behind you,
Oh
not
my
too
God.
fast. He's kind of strutting
Fool.
along in his like suit, and he's like, "I tell you, it's a good day. Any good day is a good
I'm
day
gonna
when you're
grab
free."
the mallard and bring him with me.
All right.
I leave my hostage behind, or I hand my hostage to Tennison if Tennison will take the bound rat.
Yes.
Of course I will.
Tennison is now on a skipper adventure, and he knows
Bit
that it's gonna go bad.
Bit wasn't prepared for the flashbang, so he's just like, like in the net.
Throw him.
But you
Sounds
hold
like
on
a
to
bad
him.
day.
Is that right, Tennison?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you all rush out of the ship there, and as you do, we're gonna cut back over. So the four of you, Chomper, Milo, Kira, and Shay, are at the top of this command center. The captain just got shot in the shoulder, kind of flipped him over the side. He fell off into the darkness. What do you do?
Nice
That
shot.
works.
Let's go.
Yeah, make for the ship.
We need dust. Shit, we need dust. Oh my gosh. What do we do?
Milo's gonna radio Tennison, and he's gonna say, "Okay, we got this. Milo to Tennison, we gotta go now. Did you get any supplies?"
Not so much supplies as a lot of people.
What were you doing? Okay, fine. Like,
Are we
We know
meeting
where
back at the
supplies
ship?
are.
yeah, get rendezvous back at the ship ASAP. Let's go.
Aye.
Shay, do you know where they keep any of the supplies at all? We need dust, or else we're not going to make it much far out of here.
They had it down below, first floor.
Okay, I'll go, and I start
She
running
stands
that
up
way.
and she starts trying to like jog behind you. She's a pretty
Chomper, carry
injured.
her.
Yeah,
go.
help her out, Chomper.
No time. Let's go.
I'm gonna run, try to find the dust, see if I can.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go with her, I guess.
All right. Milo and Kira take the lead, rushing down the stairs. Chomper, you pick up Shay.
I'll pick up Shay and I start going downstairs as well.
She looks pretty injured. But she, you hop her up on your shoulder and start kind of jogging a few paces behind everybody else. Kira, Milo, what are your alertness dice?
I think mine's pretty good. D8 for me.
D8?
D10.
D10. Okay, well, good. Milo, you are the one who your ears perk up right in time because out of the darkness from the stairwell, you see a huge rhino horn barreling up the stairs towards you as the captain is just rushing up at you. I'm gonna make a roll here. Both of you go ahead and roll to protect yourselves.
Okay.
Okey
Are
dokey.
we a stairwell? As in, is there a rail?
There is a rail. Yeah.
Can Kira try to miss it and then slide down that rail?
You could try. Make me a check. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
good
love it.
gosh. Oh no. Oh my gosh. What did we do, y'all? What did we do?
We fucked up.
I like it, but it's so terrifying.
Okay. Great. Well, as the attacker, I will tell you the number you have to beat, and that is an 18.
Okay.
An
Ew.
18
All right, fine.
with a D8 effect.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Hang on. I gotta count using my fingers. Here.
Sure.
1
And
second.
the fingies and the toes.
My fingies.
Okay.
What do we have to beat?
18.
18?
Yep.
Oh,
Spend plot points. Spend
Plot
plot
points.
points.
Plot
I was gonna
points.
say I'm gonna spend a plot point
Ditto.
to
Hey, no ones. That's good.
I am down to 1 plot point.
can I oh gosh, let's see. Oh gosh. Can you spend more than 1 plot point?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Gosh. Okay, can I? Oh gosh. How many do I have?
Gosh.
Oh gosh.
Oh gosh. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm going to spend a plot point to. No, I can't make it. I don't think I can
Okay,
make it. Okay, you go.
I'm gonna spend a
Milo.
plot point to add in my alertness, which is another D10. What do I do? Do I roll that or?
Yeah, just spend a plot point and add a D10 to your roll.
Okay. Do I roll again?
No,
Or do I just count the
you
10?
just add the D10 and roll it.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, so that is. Hang on, I have to count again. I hate my brain some days.
You roll the D10 to add it.
Okay,
For the
okay.
record.
Sorry,
Yeah,
hang
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Hang on.
Just roll the D10.
D.
So if I use both my. Dang it! How do we do? Sorry, I'm trying to do this properly, and it's not working.
Okay, so that is
Do you need help, Annie? Or
I'm
are you
trying to
just...
figure out-
20. That's a 20 for me.
Holy shit, dude.
Crap. Okay, so
I just
I'm
needed 2 more points, but that works.
Okay.
I'm using like all my plot points. Okay, so I'm gonna add. Can I add those extra 3s on there to if I use 2 plot points to add those
Uh-huh.
extra 3s to make it a 17? That's so far. Dang it! And I don't have anything else.
Do you want
to
to spend a plot point to add another attribute? I mean, another trait to your
Sure.
role? I mean, is there
Yeah.
something else you could add?
Let's do that.
Just to give yourself more options?
Yeah, let's add one more. And I'm gonna come on, buddy. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that what did I add? I added a 17 and then plus the 7. So what is that?
Math sucks.
24?
24?
17 plus 7. All right, so you both threw...
And I would like to. I'm so sorry. I
Yeah.
didn't say this before. Can I try to challenge my protector and while I'm sliding, like hit him
Ooh.
so he's knocked down, like with an arm or with like my
Sure.
I don't know
Yeah,
something.
yeah, absolutely.
I don't know
what's
what I
your,
have.
what's
Hit him
your
with?
trait statement
Your
for your
book?
protector right now?
My trait statement is I want to protect those around me, but I'm afraid that I'm too weak.
Okay, so you're challenging that idea. I love it.
Mhm.
Yes.
So, well, why don't you wait, and
Okay.
I'll let you make your own attack, and
Okay.
then you can, because that wouldn't add, that'll just make you block more for yourself instead of attacking
sounds
him.
good.
So I'll come back to you in a second. Both
sounds
of you do manage to jump or slide out of the way as
Okay.
his like gore attack is coming up the stairs. He then kind of stops and goes to draw his dust buster as he swings it towards you, Chomper, and specifically towards Shay on you. So, well, that was his turn. He's going to do that next turn, I suppose. Kira, go ahead and make an attack for what you want to do, because I like that. And then
Okay.
Milo, if
I
you want to do
also-
something, prepare. Yeah,
Yes.
what do you want to do?
All right, so, sorry, I'm trying to build while I talk.
Mhm.
I am going to use some stuff. I'm going to use, hang on, I can't talk apparently. I'm just.
Chomper, we'll come to you next, so if you want to do something, let me know. Be ready here. And then I'll jump back over to Skipper and Tennison.
So do
Oh,
I just make a roll to challenge
Okay.
that?
You make a roll to attack. So yeah, you
Okay.
make a roll to attack, and then I will defend and try to beat your number this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Okay, so.
And yeah, with your challenging your trait statement there, Annie, you just triple that one die.
So, Milo is going to draw his dust blade and like just charge it up. And I rolled a 10 with a D8 effective. I had so many dice. I did have a 1. But Milo is, because he is small and fast, and I utilized Jumping Bean. He's going to try and avoid the Dustbuster, and he's going to try and hamstring Greyback, because that's where his height is. So he's gonna
Okay.
try and stop him from charging again.
Good. Real quick, I had a brain fart earlier. Skipper and Tennison, both of you should add a plot point for yourselves. When I
Yes.
used those ones against you, I should have given you both a plot point.
What?
So
I tripled the
just
D6.
so instead of 1d6 added to your roll, add 3d6 to your roll.
3d6.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy. All right.
Okay, so Milo, I'm sorry. I heard most of what you said, and then it
That's
trailed
okay.
trailed off at
There's
the
a
end.
lot going on.
Yeah. Oh, hey, real quick, Buckethead96, thank you so much for the subscription. That's awesome. Appreciate you.
That's John. What's up, John?
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Hi.
So Milo, go ahead.
So Milo drew his that's not mine. Star Cleaver and his sword.
Yeah.
Whatever my sword is called.
Sure.
And he charges it up, and because I used Jumping Bean,
Okay.
Milo is going to try and avoid getting hit by the Dustbuster, and he is going to try and hamstring Captain Greyback
Okay.
to keep him from charging again.
All right. Yeah. So your total is a 10? Is that what you said?
10 with a D8. It wasn't
Okay.
great. I rolled a lot
Right.
of dice and got nothing. And I did get a 1.
Great. Let's just roll against that. Okay, well, I did beat your 10.
That's fair.
So so as you go for the hamstring, he actually like lifts his foot and just kind of kicks you back a little bit. You're not going to take any damage, but I will pay you a plot point for your 1. And you know what? You are going to take damage for that 1.
Okie dokie.
1 point of damage to you as he kicks you back. Okay, and then Kira, what'd you get?
So I just do the same thing where I add 2 and then I get my effect
Yep.
die. Okay, so 8 plus 5 is a 13. I'm going to use a D8 as my effect die.
Okay, let me roll against
Not
that
bad.
one.
Not horrible.
13. Okay, he is gonna beat you slightly unless you want to use a plot point to add something else.
I don't think I have a plot point. I did roll a 1, by the way.
Okay,
I think I have a
well,
plot point.
Damn.
No.
you can't use
Damn.
that plot point on this roll, unfortunately.
That's fine. That's
but
fine.
as
Okay.
you go to hit him, so he kicks Milo, and then he throws his Dustbuster up to block
Sure.
your attack there with your, was it your Dust Blade? Anyway, point is, he parries you there, and then kind of uses that to shove you off the rail. So your 1 that you rolled, I'll pay you a plot point for that.
I'll take it.
As you, oh man, another 1 point of damage as he kind of shoves you off. You get flung off the rail, but kind of flip over and land gracefully on the other side of the stairs, because this is like a circular stairwell, basically.
Okay.
Chomper, what are you doing?
Well, I'm still holding on to Shay.
Yeah.
So I turn. I got a 12.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend a plot point to make it a 16.
There you go.
With a D6 effect die.
Okay.
And oh no, sorry. Let me rephrase. A D8 effect die. My goal is to still hold on to Shay, turn my back, and jump as hard as I can to knock him back with my giant ass.
Love it.
Yeah.
Booty
Badass.
bump.
Yeah.
So a 16, right?
Yep.
Okay, that one actually beats me. He got a D8 effect. What was your effect?
D8 as well.
Okay, so then you go ahead and roll me that D8, and that's how much damage he'll take. And
7.
7, hell yeah. And as you do that, you hear Shay kind of, you kind of kick, and then she says, "Turn around!"
Alright.
And you kind of swiftly maneuver. She still has Kira's dust shot, and she and takes a shot at him. And
Come on,
we'll
girl.
do 3 more points of damage.
Nice.
Okay. Great. So he falls down the stairs, gets another shot blasted at him, and starts to kind of tumble. While that happens, Skipper and Tennison, you two make it to the deck of the ship. You hear the roar of the hyena below. What do you two do?
Tennison, we've got to knock him out or get him. We got to take care of him. We can't just lead him back to our friends or our ship.
You're right. Well, I picked up this thing. Maybe it'll help.
Ooh.
And it's at this point you do hear some kind of blaster shots from the outpost.
Oh no.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Do you think that you can take the hostage and our new friend here back up there and get with the rest of the team? I'll try to handle this.
Okay. Yes, I'll do that.
Make sure everybody is okay and be careful, Skipper.
Oh, I will. I always am.
All right.
And they cross their fingers.
Skipper, you take Bit, and the new Mallard companion, and I guess you're carrying both of them.
I put them on my back.
Um,
I put Bit in my mouth and just like dragged the rope along, and Bit's just like bumping on the ground.
I say, I do not need to be on your back. This is quite a disgrace for me. I can walk. I have feet for a reason. And he's just arguing with you as you...
Great. Take him off and place him on the ground.
All right. So,
Just don't get hurt or kidnapped. That
I
one's
am a
our ship.
gentleman.
You can go back to that one if you want to, or you can hide here. I'm gonna go save my friends.
And he starts
Also, my
kinda
name's Skipper.
walking,
Nice to meet you.
waddling towards your ship. And he says, as you say that, he says, yes, and I am, Bilroth, Theodore Bilroth, Mallard Surgeon, at your service. That is, thank you to Sumkey for that suggestion a couple weeks ago.
So good.
That name sounds familiar. Perhaps you have vacationed at the Oasis on the coral reef.
I say I have indeed. Well, that's quite an. And he just kind of he run away and he walks towards the ship. Excuse me.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we go back over to the. So Skipper, you rush in to the outpost. As you get to the doorway, you do see Dresden, kind of coming out of the shadows. Skipper, hey, what do you want me to do? I heard shots. Should we get the ship ready?
We need to get some of that dust, or we're not going to go very far. If you could get some of the dust from that room, and I point to the room with the dust cells in it, and take it back to the ship. That's what we need.
Okay. That seems more like a job for Hector or somebody with arms, but I'll do my best.
True. We gotta get you a Chukanai.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I'll do the best I can.
Thank you.
And as she slithers into the archway, she sees, holy shit, Boris and Stiletto are still knocked out there in the middle of the room there.
Have you met my new friends?
And you both, as you're going up the stairs, hear sounds of battle coming from a few flights up. But you both make your way to that first floor, that first landing, where you do see inside, you see about 10 dust cells and 2 soul cells. Just yours for the taking.
I'll just pile them up on top of Dresden. Can you eat these but then regurgitate them?
I'm not that kind of snake.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was very racist. But I'm very sorry.
Wow.
I will just. Can I put them in a bag? Can I put them in a bag and then
So,
Dresden
to be
can
clear,
hold the bag in
The
her
dust
mouth?
cells are like I mean, they're pretty large.
Like a cake?
Like a cake, sure. Why not?
Like a
Like a cake, but heavier than a cake.
Okay. We might need
It's
someone
really just
with
the
arms.
cell
You're right.
itself that is heavy. The contents, the dust, is really light. But yeah, the way that they have to store these, I mean, and they are stackable, but they're heavy.
Okay, so maybe then just help us defeat these bad guys, I guess.
Oh.
I just know that you can either take Dust back to the ship, or you can help fight. Which would you prefer?
I'll figure out how to take the dust. And
Maybe
she
get Hector
starts
to help.
working.
I don't know.
You hear her echo to Hector. Oh shit! All right. So you leave them and start heading up farther, Skipper, towards the combat. Is that right? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Tennison, you are on the deck of the ship, or rather, right wherever you want to be on the Dreary Angel. As you hear the hyena coming upstairs, what do you want to do?
Point of clarification. I found the extra damage dust shot on the ship, but I also have my own.
Okay, yes.
So I'm thinking it's a dual wield moment.
Sure.
And
Sick.
because it's been
with your
the
Tukanai
theme...
hands?
I'm
Yes.
blasted.
Oh, and no one's here to see him be such a badass.
So you have
I
like
know.
wings spread, you're like
Yeah.
flying backwards as you John Wick.
Oh my
Just
god,
like-
yes!
This is amazing. Somebody make fan art.
in the theme of the session, I would like to challenge my protector.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
And
You
what is
better
your
challenge in
protected trait
everything.
statement, Tennison?
It is, once I'm covered, I'll try to cover you.
I love it. Okay. So
Oh.
instead of kind of putting
Instead of
you're
the
putting
me
yourself
first.
on the line this
Yes.
time to try and cover everybody else. I love it. Okay, well, go ahead and triple that die, add it to your roll, and build me a
Ooh.
dice pool here.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, this is terrifying.
Yeah, right? You
Um,
sweat, don't you?
I think it would be vigor. It's gonna be protector. Oh, there's 3. There we go. Flight is involved. Okay.
Okay. What'd you get?
Oh, not awful, but not great. It's gonna be an 11 with a D8 effect.
Okay. Cool. 11 with D8 effect. Okay, let me roll for the hyena real quick.
What?
What did he roll?
This is the first time this has ever happened. There's a term in this game. Now, we've heard of the term hitch. A hitch is when you roll a 1 and something, bad happens. But what I've just done is what's called a botch.
Botch.
And a botch is where you roll 1s across the table.
No, my god!
I rolled all 1s.
Yeah.
That
that.
hyena's dead.
Oh
my
god, Justin!
So, Tennison, you, wow. Yeah, you, are, now, here's my, Tennison, you, tell me how you want to do this here, Tennison. What happens? How do you take out this hyena? And are you, well, yeah, go ahead and, what do you think happens?
I think still shaking because this is not something Tennison does. His plan is to shoot up into the air and start a cyclone formation around the hyena, getting in shots where he can in sort of a tornado.
Oh, when you say shoot up into the air, you mean his body?
Yeah,
He shoots
yeah.
His body.
Tennison
Oh,
is going
okay.
into the air
Okay.
and then firing in a circle around.
It's a Tennison tornado.
Yes!
I love it.
And I forgot to even tell you the qualifications of your new dust shot, but
Oh, yeah.
we'll do that for next time.
We did it.
As you shoot around, you just riddle him with dust energy as he you see like some blood, and then he
Oh.
falls backward, thuds onto the deck of the ship.
Wow.
Exhilarating.
And you swoop back down and kind of fly over back towards the outpost and your own ship, I'm gonna assume. Meanwhile, Chomper, Kira, Milo, and Shay, you are all up at the stairs running down. rather, he pushed you that way, and then he fell back. That's right. So Captain Greyback fell back a bit. Skipper, you rush up and see them. You can kind of see all this action. You're down a little lower with where Kira is down here, and then it's Captain Greyback, and then it's Chomper and Milo and Shay. So you kind of have him sandwiched in the middle of this, stairwell. Whoever wants to do something, go for it.
Okay, so Milo gets kicked and goes flying backwards.
Yeah.
But he gets back up, and he is going to overcharge his Dustblade.
Okay.
And I also
is this
used
the first time we've
a
seen
plot
you do
point.
this?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a
And
special
so-
effect that Milo has with his Dustblade.
Yes. And so when I overcharge it, I have to spend a plot point, but it triples my die, but it causes my blade to overheat so it can cut through more. And Milo is done trying to play nice with this captain. He's tried everything, and now he's done because they need to go. He's had enough. And so I did not roll amazing. There is a 1. But someone want to help me with this?
You've got a 7 and a 9 in there.
So that's
Okay.
16.
7 and a 9.
So 16.
Yeah, I do a 16 with a D10 effect or a
Yeah.
D8 effect.
16 with a DA effect.
Hell
that,
yeah,
girl.
dude.
And
let me roll
I
for
use
him.
jumping. I use jumping bean, so he's gonna try and because is Greyback facing them or is he facing down the stairs?
He's
Yeah,
facing you.
it
No,
didn't
it's
work,
a
did
oof, bad for me actually.
Oh yay!
He rolled horribly. That is, I got an 8. I got an 8 total.
Yay!
So you actually, that's huge. And actually, Tennison, I should have given this to you as well. This is what is called a heroic. What is it called? A heroic die roll. A heroic feat.
Hero die.
A hero
Or-
dice. Thank you. Because you both Tennison and Milo just now have rolled 5 or higher than their opponent, you gather heroic dice. So I'm trying to think, what was his highest die? Tennison, that would be at a D8 to your heroic dice pool.
Yeah.
Milo, you get a D12. That was his
Yay!
highest die that rolled shitty. So Milo, not only do you get a heroic die to be used later, I'll talk about that more later.
Mhm.
But yeah, go ahead and roll your effect, which I believe you said was a D8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
5.
5.
That's not bad.
Sick.
That's good.
Milo, how do you want to do this?
Whoa!
You overcharge your Dustblade. What do you do?
So Milo, he gets up, he just whips the blade, and it just starts overcharging. He's gonna run. He's gonna jump up on the rail because I used jumping bean, and he's gonna jump up, and he is going to go through the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So
He's had enough.
so those of you who and you're on the top side too, so you kind of like Yoda and Attack of the
Yes.
Clones. You're just like this small thing with like a sword of fury, and you and then just land on the downside, on the lower side where Kira and Skipper are, and as you land, the head behind you just falls off down the corridor, and the body slumps forward towards Chomper and Shay.
So I take it negotiations went well then.
Very, very well.
We tried.
Yeah, what do you all do?
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
We
Do
need the
have-
dust. We need the dust. Get the dust
Okay,
cells.
let's go.
Does the,
Chomper. Who's that?
does the captain have anything in his pockets?
Yeah,
Loot the body!
so the rest of you
It's my
rush
favorite
down.
thing.
Milo, you stick around and loot the body. I'll tell you next time what you find, because I honestly
okay.
didn't think about it.
I
For the
never
second
did
time,
either.
Really
We'll talk
wanted
about that next
pirate friends.
So you loot the body, Milo. Rebecca, remind me to tell you what you find. everybody else rushes down. You get to that first floor where the dust generators are, or the dust cells, I mean. You see Hector has just climbed the stairs. He's like, oh, what are we getting into? I saw some knocked out people down there. He takes two of the dust cells.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start handing them to him and people as they're like running
Sure.
by, as many as we can grab.
Collectively, 1, 2, 3,
I bet Milo and I could carry one together.
7. Chomper can take a few. You can get about 9 of these dust cells on one trip, leaving one behind and 2 soul cells behind. If that's what you want to do.
Can Shay hold one?
Yeah, okay, fine. You know what? You get all 10.
Yeah.
Hold on, mate. So are we taking 2 ships or 1?
I vote we just take the one.
Yeah, take one.
Yeah.
Take one. Wait, Tennison, are you here now?
He's not doing anything else, right? Did he fly back up?
Yeah, you all exit out of the outpost as Tennison swoops in from the side. You're all together now, and Hector's rushing back to the Buckley, to the sting.
What about the hyena? We have to take care of the hyena.
No, we don't. It's done.
What?
Way to go, Tennison.
And
we'll talk about it later.
Skipper,
Let's go.
you do have Bit in a net still.
Oh
What are you
yes,
doing
I
with
still
Bit?
have this hostage. Do we need this little guy, or should I just leave him here?
Not really,
Bring
just
him.
disabled a ship.
He's just looking at like all the knocked out bodies and everything.
Oh, I look him in the eye and I say, the next time you think about messing with, and I lean over to my friends and I say, what's that? Who are we? Are we Buckley, the crew of Buckley's Sting? The next time you think about messing with the crew of Buckley's Sting, or you hear anybody who thinks about messing with us, you tell them this is what happens. Got it? That was fun. And then I just I'd leave him
Toss
there
him.
and keep running.
He lands on top of the unconscious bodies. I just realized Gorge and One-Eyed Jack never came back, but fuck 'em.
Yeah, no.
So
They
Make
mutinied.
that better.
Yeah.
you guys, yeah. What
was that,
tell me
Rebecca?
Oh,
later.
hang on. I'm gonna message it.
Okay,
I'll
okay.
message it. It's not gonna show up on camera.
I want to
So
do one
you
thing
all
before
get
we leave.
Back on the ship. Okay,
Wait,
Chomper,
I
what
want
are you
to do
doing?
one thing.
Yeah.
I want to grab the head of Greyback and snap off his horn.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. It's at the
Dark.
bottom of the stairwell, so you quickly and snap it off. Tossing the head back the other. You all get back to the Buckley Sting, and kind of quickly start putting things in different places. You have Shay and you have Theodore Bilroth as 2 new passengers aboard your ship. As the gangway comes up, as Hector starts to, Hector's actually carrying the dust cells below. Milo and Skipper, the 2 of you, assume your positions and start taking the ship out of dock. The dead bodies, unconscious bodies, pirates still alive, some of them dead at this outpost Alpha, as you got the resources you needed and start to exit. Rebecca, last thing.
Yeah, can we shoot the pirate ship so that their engines, so that they're slightly hobbled, so they can't come after us?
Yeah. So you make that command and turn as Dresden and Hector below plug in one of the dust generators, or dust cells into the generator, and aim the cannons, and you see what you now understand to be the Dreary Angel. Just start to kind of it is splintered. You would assume if they do you want to do the same thing to the old dog as well?
No, wait. Oh, that was her ship.
We're not taking
That
it
was
with
Shay's
us, are we?
Yeah.
We probably should.
Wreck it. Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise they're gonna come after us. Last thing we need is pirates on our tails.
Both
Sorry about
ships
your
are
ship, mate.
destroyed, or rather, not destroyed, but definitely damaged enough to where
Yeah.
they couldn't come immediately after you. And you sail off into the stars.
Does this mean we're pirates now?
And as Skipper asks that final question, we will stop our session for today. Good job, everybody. We got to get out of here.
Good.
Thank you all for joining us today. We will be back next week thankfully. And we will pick up where we left off here. Yeah. We love you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Have a good one.
All right.
Happy
Bye.
Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.